because I've been here many years, I love the award presentation of that this banquet provides. Tonight, I feel, and I've always felt like tonight we celebrate each of you. Whether you're a first-year advisor and your first time at WACA, and we saw you stand up yesterday for those, or whether you're like Norm Sanford, who's in his 51st year of advising and being involved in student activities. Whether you're a class advisor, a leadership teacher, the cheer coach, the link or web crew advisor coordinator, PBIS specialist, activity coordinator, bookkeeper, office coordinator, counselor, administrator, curriculum specialist, support staff, club advisor, teacher, mentor, the list goes on. Whatever role you fill, you came to WACA because of some shared commonalities. You are committed to students and to their success. And your commitment shows through your generous giving of both time and heart. You touch lives of students and staff through those you work with directly and through those who benefit from the positive power of the programs that you run. And so with that, I'd like to say thanks to each of you as we celebrate our collective success working with students in our schools and activities. Each year, the Association of Washington Student Leaders and the Association of Washington School Principals recognizes one high school and one middle-level advisor to represent the work of all of you. And the process involves a nomination, most often coming from a student, a colleague, or a principal from an AWSL member school. Principals and the nominees are informed of the nomination and they're asked to take the next step in completing an application that includes the nominees' reflection on their local student leadership initiatives, their student leadership involvement in district, state, and regional initiatives, their evidence of professional development in the realm of student leadership, and then 2 letters of recommendation from an administrator and a student. And then these applications are reviewed and they're scored by a team of principals who serve on the AWSL student leadership committees. My personal note, with the quality of applications that we receive, I am glad that my job is only to collect them and disseminate them to the selection committee. And then they take the task of using the rubric that we have and scoring them and sending the results. And then my next job is to pass the results on to the Herff Jones Company, who graciously provides the plaques for this award. I personally have taken that process and I've kind of stopped. I don't read them when they come in. I just do my job to pass them on. And then after I hear who the winners are, then I read them. Because I was like, it's not my job to pick. It's my job to facilitate the process. And so, so in that, it was very fun always at this time of year when I then get the time to read the applications and see what kind of exciting things come out of them. Just a comment before we announce and celebrate the winners. On pages 8 and 9 of the program that you were given, you saw the past recipients of this honor. And I know some of our high school and middle level recipients are in the audience tonight. So if you are ever a past recipient of high school or middle level advisor of the year, would you please stand and be recognized by this crowd? The nice thing about that is that people are recognized and then they keep going on. It's not like it's a lifetime achievement. It's like you do the work and you keep doing the work, which is a really good thing, okay? This year we're celebrating the work of Sue McMonigal of Meeker Middle School in Tacoma and Lori Benoit of Eisenhower High School in Yakima as our advisors of the year. Both are examples of strong women who are creating cultures where all kids can find a safe place called home in their schools. Based on years of experience, we'll start with our middle level advisor of the year. Sue McMonigal of Tacoma's Meeker Middle School is early in her career as an ASB advisor and leadership teacher. Marty and I, through the years, have often offered our piece of wisdom to new advisors: stick with it for at least 3 years. After that, it's kind of your program and you can make things happen. Sue is in her 3rd year at Meeker and is already making the impact of a seasoned advisor. Her students, staff, and administration have recognized that impact, and it was evident in her application and letters. In working with her students to create a positive, inclusive environment at Meeker, I extracted 2 examples from her application and letters. Sue stated, "Our school has a dress code, and our students love any excuse to be out of dress code." She worked with the Meeker educational leadership team to get more fun spirit days leading up to spirit assemblies, using these special days to stand together against bullying and to support various groups within the school. Results of the effort included a Spirit Day of Unity to support students with special needs, and a Spirit Day in support of the LGBTQ+ population at her school. Her principal, Patrick Check, said, "Under Sue's leadership, she was able to move leadership class to 4th period so ASB leaders could take the lead in lunches. During this time, you can find students leading lunch table discussions, helping monitor and create a safe and fun environment for students, and run the Wolverine Warehouse as part of the PBIS program. Sue is a dynamic teacher, advisor, and caring adult. I couldn't ask for a more dedicated professional to work with." And then 3 boys in her program said this about Sue. "Mrs. McMonigal is amazing. She is totally dedicated to her work, and she does a great job." This is Nathan, by the way. Nathan. "She really cares about people, and she organizes tons of stuff to help people, and she's a great teacher too." Okay? Elijah said, "Mrs. McMonigal, along with being a great science teacher, teaches ASB how to be better community members and leaders. She gives the students a safe place to work and makes Meeker better." And finally, Christopher said, "She always has a positive attitude and is very calm." I loved that line, "and is very calm," okay? "Always trying to innovate how she teaches," which is a good trait to have. So, with Christopher's words in mind, she's very calm and she's always trying to innovate. Please join me in congratulating our 2018 Middle Level Advisor of the Year, Sue McMonigal.
She's very calm. Oh my God. Okay, I'm going to stand up to the side with this.
Okay. Thank you all so much. I have to tell you the truth. When my principal told me I was named Middle Level Advisor of the Year, I thought he made a mistake. So not because I don't work hard or care, and not because he makes lots of mistakes. But because I know there's so many people in this room who do incredible work, impact our students daily, and have long legacies of success. As an introvert who lets her students do the talking, here goes. So, first of all, thank you to AWSP, AWSL, and all of those who put on this amazing WACA conference. Thank you for the support, the opportunities to learn from each other, and the chance to refresh. Thanks to Ruth Anderson, my friend, mentor, teacher of my children, all 4 of my children learned ELA from Ruth. and a completely fabulous woman who encouraged me to enter this crazy world of ASB by retiring. Thanks to my family who understand my struggle to find balance between work and home. I'd like to say it's a delicate high wire act, but sadly it's much more like a teeter-totter that bounces back and forth madly depending on the day. Thanks to my work family who nominated me, to my Tacoma ASB colleagues who share their successes and are willing to meet at 6 a.m. so we can talk. Woo! Your experience is extraordinarily valuable. Thanks to Tacoma Public Schools, whose motto, "Every student, every day," shapes our district's decisions and attitudes. And finally, thanks to my students and yours, who aren't here but should share the spotlight. Our students are the reason we all do this. I'm totally honored. Thank you.
Our High School Advisor of the Year is Lori Benoit of Eisenhower High School in Yakima. In her 8th year as leadership teacher and ASB advisor, Lori continues to create the conditions where all students and staff feel part of the Ike family. Lori's efforts to create the Ike family were evident throughout her application packet, but I chose this simple example. I chose it particularly because I thought it was one everybody could use in their school. Lori wrote, "We at Eisenhower believe that the little and consistent things are every bit as important as the big games, big assemblies, or big performances. We strive to connect with as many students as we can, with as many students at one time as we can. Several years ago, we started playing music in the Commons on our built-in sound system every morning. The genre changes daily, from Spanish music to the oldies, to Disney favorite themes to Benny Goodman. The difference it has made with the staff and the students in the morning is evident. Students start singing and dancing, and staff is delighted when they walk in and hear music from their generation. Side story from Lori. I had bluegrass playing one morning, and a counselor came out of the office near tears because it was the music she grew up on back east, and it brought back amazing memories. This small thing has become an expected tradition and is a great way to set the tone for the day." I thought that was amazing and how easy to replicate. Lori's principal, who's new this year, so he inherited Lori, said, "Lori is more than ASB leadership advisor at Eisenhower High School. She is the heart and soul of Eisenhower High School. In my observations, I don't know if Lori has any limits. Lori believes in all of our students and wants them to have a high school experience that they will remember for the rest of their lives. Students feel powered by Ms. Benoit, and thanks to her, have the confidence to lead our school." And her student, Haley Atkinson, who wrote on her behalf, said, "The impact that Lori Benoit has on Eisenhower High School is enormous and ongoing. The immense amount of passion she puts into her job exceeds everyone's expectations and continues to grow each day. She is such a positive woman who embraces the diversity within our school, creating an environment of empathy, which allows everyone around her to feel comfortable." And she concluded by saying, "She is one of the biggest assets Eisenhower has, and every student, teacher, and staff member will agree. Her main focus is not how well she can perform her job, but the experience students can have and their success, not only through high school, but beyond it." I loved this last sentence. This is the exact definition of an exceptional advisor. Congratulations, Lori Benoit, Advisor of the Year at high school level.
This will go to you. I'll stand aside while you make your comments.
Thank you.
I know you're all wondering, who is she? Thank you. I've been saying that word a lot this week. Thank you. When this information came out that I had won this honor. And it made me think about how hard it is sometimes to say that, how hard it is to accept a compliment. For women in general, and I don't mean to just say women, but we have a hard time accepting compliments. We immediately deflect, and we immediately start self-deprecating. You know, nice job. Oh no, that was a cluster. You know, nice outfit. Oh, this whole thing. You know, you're looking good. Okay, I feel really bloated. You know, we do. I don't know why. I do know why. I've been thinking a lot about it. I know why we do that. I think we do that because we have to live with ourselves 100% of the time. And so we have complete and accurate inventory of our shortcomings. We know when we fail. We know what we're not good at. We know when we've done a terrible job. And we think in our head, oh, if you knew what I knew, you wouldn't be giving me that compliment. True story. When I got the email from Susan that I had been nominated for this award, I had just finished watching Bird Box. How many of you seen Bird Box? Okay, you're gonna know what I'm talking about. I'm watching Bird Box, and I'm watching Sandra Bullock in this movie, and I'm thinking, oh my God, this is how I run leadership. Boy, girl, if you don't do what I say, you're gonna die. Seriously. Yeah, I'm thinking that while I'm watching this. If you don't listen to me, you will die. On presentation day, assembly day, I'm thinking, oh my God, how many times have I sounded like Sandra Bullock? And she spends the entire movie blind, rowing and navigating her environment in ignorance and blindness. And I'm thinking, that's high school. It's like, oh, I do this every day. And I've got 2,200 demons, AKA high school students, trying to trip me up the entire time. It's like, I'm watching this movie thinking, I've got to improve my game. I suck, and I need to do better, and I'm totally self-evaluating and deprecating while I'm watching this movie. Then I open my email, and I see this email from Susan Fortin that says, congratulations. You've been nominated Advisor of the Year for all the wonderful things you do. And I'm thinking, oh, if she knew what I knew, I wouldn't have gotten this email. I kid you not. You know what I did when I was done with that email? I grabbed my keys and I went to see Mary Poppins. Yep, the new Mary Poppins. And I'm sitting in that theater eating my popcorn. Oh, I am a spoonful of sugar. Sometimes I can do this. And I think that, and then there was my epiphany. I think that every single one of you in the room has a little bit of Sandra Bullock, Bird Box in you, and we all have some Mary Poppins in us too. And we pull those people out and we pull that behavior out when it's most necessary, because we're the only people that has to do our entire lesson plan in front of a crowd, live theater. And that's where the Sandra Bullock comes out. And then when we problem solve and when we debrief on it, that's when our Mary Poppins comes out, and we're salve to the soul of our students. So whether you are Mary Poppins or whether then you are Sandra Bullock, just say thank you when somebody sees the Sandra Bullock in you, or the Mary Poppins in this case. So with that said, simply thank you for this. I appreciate it.